Welcome to the School Business Services webinars. Today I will be covering how to update pupil data in bulk. The purpose of this routine is to reduce the time it takes to enter the data required, such as ethnicity, mode of travel, SEN status, so it's ideal to use as a check-in mechanism for your system, or each year once you have admitted your new intake to confirm all the data has been entered and is correct. It's also particularly helpful when preparing for statutory returns, as some of the values that can be updated here are required by the school census. In our example today, we're going to update the ethnic data source for pupils in reception. Let's start by selecting Routines, Pupil and Bulk Update. In the Student Population panel, the group of pupils you want to update can be selected from the Group Type drop-down list. For example, there's Year Group, Registration Group or Ethnicity. We're going to select Year Group. Underneath, we now need to choose a group based on the Group Type drop-down list. We could choose any which would display the whole school, but we're going to choose Year R. The button that appears alongside the group drop-down list switches between displaying active and inactive groups. Inactive groups are those no longer used by the school and made inactive using the lookup table and maintenance routines. You'll know if an inactive group is selected as a yellow exclamation mark is displayed. An effective date underneath, that defaults to today's date, but can also be set if required. The date entered indicates when the group membership was in force. So on today's date, the pupils we will see were members of the reception year. This is useful if you would like to enter data historically. We're going to set the date back to match our admission dates to the 3rd of September 2019. You can do this by clicking on the calendar button and working your way back to September with the arrows, or you can simply highlight and overtype the date with the new date. When I click away from that cell, SIMS will automatically correct the date format for me. On the right hand side, we have the data items that we'd like to update. You can see this is quite a long list. We can also update any user-defined fields that the school have created underneath. We're going to choose Ethnic Data Source. Again, we have an effective date underneath, and I'll change this to match the admission date also. Now we can click on the search button in the top left-hand corner, and this will display all of the members of the reception group for us. Clicking a column heading orders the list. The first click orders it in ascending order and the second click in descending order. The default order is alphabetical. Sorting the list on the assigned column helps to identify any missing entries. If there were missing entries, you simply click on this heading twice and they would appear at the top. The display columns default to name, year group and assigned. Right-clicking on any of these column headings enables additional columns to be selected or deselected from the list. Simply right-click and click next to the column heading that you'd like to add. To remove it, again we can click on one of the column headings and deselect that column. Entries can be made in several ways. Clicking in a single cell places a tick in that cell. Clicking again removes the tick. Right-clicking in a data column heading produces the editing menu. Clicking Check All places ticks in every cell for that column and removes the ticks from other columns if already populated. Right-clicking on that heading again and choosing Uncheck All will remove the ticks from all of the selected cells. A group of pupils can be selected by using the Shift or the Control keys and clicking relevant entries or using the arrow keys. We can simply highlight the first cell, hold down the Shift key and highlight the last cell of the pupils we'd like to update. we then simply click anywhere in that column. I find the easiest way is to flood fill one column by clicking in the column heading and choosing Check All. Then we can edit the data and choose the other column for those selected pupils. If you prefer, you can use the up and down keys to find a cell and then click using the spacebar. This will add a tick and remove a tick in the same way that using the mouse will. Once completed, we can click on Save in the top left-hand corner. And there we have it, how to update pupil data in bulk. Thank you for watching. We hope that this mini webinar has helped. If you have any questions or are interested in hearing more about school business services, please follow the links below the video.